The fresh snow looks like a postcard, but to me, it's a nagging reminder of falling behind. This week at the off-grid cabin, it's about finding the balance between the work that's required and the rest that's needed. I've been counting down to winter since August, and while she's taking her time getting here, the rules haven't changed. 80% of my time goes to just maintaining the systems that keep this cabin powered and warm, and the other 20 is for my soul. And when you're living this life, that 20% makes it all worth it. Could I upgrade for more comfort? Throw some money at a newer stove or a log splitter to close the gap of that 80-20 split? I could, but for me, I'm already living the improved version of this life. My first winter here, I didn't even have a stove installed. I didn't even own a chainsaw. I'm just happy to have this stove at all. As far as a log splitter, it would be a great addition in the future, but right now, I don't want another machine to maintain. Sometimes I wonder, when did a little bit of discomfort become so intolerable? After all, we lived this way for much longer than we've had modern conveniences. And there's nothing wrong with efficiency, but there's something to be said for testing your tolerance, for the intensified satisfaction that comes from working a little harder and putting up with a little more discomfort to reach your goal. Existing in that state of mind interests me. Flirting constantly with that line of discomfort reveals the capacity of my tolerance. It encourages my mind to stay in a creative state when it comes to solutions. It may sound strange, but in a lot of ways, I'm more comfortable now than I've ever been. But like any life, the comfort ebbs and flows, and checking on off-grid systems in the rain is part of that 80% maintenance. Winter's really trying to winter. Fortunately for me, being that I am behind on firewood, she's not doing her best work. We keep getting about this much snow. It warms up and melts again, and then we'll get a little bit more and then it melts. She is really trying. It's making it a lot easier for me. Let's see what's going on in here. Not a whole lot. It's pretty low. I've gotten some really great suggestions from y'all on chainsaw upgrades, but I'm dragging my feet because I keep thinking about how much wood I could buy for the same price. It's a classic off-grid crossroad. Do I buy the tool or the fuel? These are the things I'm constantly pondering behind the scenes. And it all comes back to one piece of advice I got 12 years ago on the first farm I ever worked on. And it's one sentence that changed my life and ultimately how I ended up in this cabin. I have finally started putting that 12-year journey into words. I just posted the first issue of The Lonesome Log on Substack. If you want the raw story of how I got from my first farm job to this property, the link is in the description below. Now back to the morning melt. The seasons are blurring together with a slow, strange repetition, in a way they usually only do in those final, desperate weeks of winter. This consistent freeze and thaw creates the experience of a light rain almost every morning. And the morning melt follows us on our walks. What do you have? Tiger found a bone. Let me see what you got, Bubba. Let me see. That's a big one, bud. Okay. The early shed of the mountain's winter skin reveals things that were meant to stay hidden. Watching the dogs navigate these woods, I'm struck by how differently they seem to perceive time. To them, there are no deadlines or scheduled meetings. These muddy puddles are not what Chihuahua booties are designed for. She'll be happy to have these off for the rest of the walk. Dogs only seem to notice the clock when you're late for your daily walk or for dinner time. They aren't counting steps or measuring the receding snow line. To them, there's only the scent of the trail telling them a story of who's been here before us, and indicating where to roll to leave their message for the next guy. We treat time like an infinite resource, but out here, the seasons don't wait for you to be ready. They just turn. The blurring of this winter into spring is a reminder. We have winter on one side of the road, that we are always moving toward the next thing, whether we've stopped to appreciate the current one or not. And spring on the other. The woods don't care about your schedule. Dandelion, wait. Good. They only care about the cycle. It's a reminder that we don't get these days back.
Come on, bud.
So how we choose to spend them
Good boy.
and who we spend them with
Let's go.
is the only currency that actually matters.
We went to Chewy.
Watching these dogs celebrate our homecoming, I'm reminded of how quickly time bleeds through our hands. One day, Iger is a 10-pound puppy sleeping on the porch, and in a blink, he's a 130-pound shadow following me through the damp northwest woods. People ask me if the 80% maintenance is worth it. They see the rain, the limb wood, the manual labor, and they want to efficiency hack it away. But I've learned that the 20%, the brownies, the warmth, the quiet moments with my dogs, they wouldn't feel this good without the work. The struggle is equal to the satisfaction. There is a deep, intensified satisfaction in knowing exactly what it costs to stay warm tonight. It's the difference between watching a life and living one. What's the value of comfort without the friction? What does it mean to be cozy indoors without the contrasting discomfort of outdoors? The friction makes the comfort feel smooth. In the end, it comes down to what you're willing to put up with to get what you want. When you earn your warmth, it changes the way it feels on your skin. For right now, standing here in the heat of my own making, I am content. See y'all later.